Hello there everyone, my name is Identity, and today we're going to be making a new type of video. Now, this one specifically goes out to all of my dungeon masters. When you've been playing the game long enough, it can be pretty hard to throw something challenging at your players, especially if they do annoying stuff like multiclass and the bullshit. That allows them to do 1,000 damage in one turn. I, however, have done some research and have found that translating 3rd edition D&D gods is actually not as hard as you may think. So that's what I'm going to do for about roughly 15 minutes. I'm going to turn a whole bunch of the D&D gods into 5th edition character sheets for your convenience. Our first deity up to grabs will be Uthgard the Barbarian. Now, before anyone goes to the comment section asking, how the hell am I going to do that? It's not that hard. D&D gods, whether these are their avatars or whatnot, the D&D gods are actually pretty easy to characterize. They all generally followed a very simple pattern. They are typically level 40 characters of typically 2 or more classes. Which means, as long as we have basic knowledge, such as their classes, their portfolio, we can get a pretty good estimate of how strong they are. So, without further ado, let's get started with Uthgard, God of Strength. Random cutscene. Okay, Uthgard is a level 20 barbarian and ranger. And now for the more important stuff. His strength is a score of 40. Dexterity is a 24. Constitution is a 37. (24) in intelligence, the smart barbarian, 24 in wisdom, and 27 in charisma, which makes his modifiers 15. No, I said 15. 7. Get used to that number. 13. And 8. Now for saving throws. Barbarians and Rangers combined get a proficiencies in their saving throws in Strength, Dexterity, and Constitution. And we should probably go over his proficiency bonus, which, sensing he's a level 40 character, and every single level 20 character is a proficiency bonus of 6, we're going to go ahead further and give him a proficiency bonus of 12. If you can't tell already, this is not something you should be fighting. So now just give me a second to fill all this crap in. Man, these things are tiny. I've moved closer so you can see them better. But moving these along is pretty easy. We just have to remember the importance. Being a barbarian/ranger, he has proficiencies in strength, dex, and constitution saving throws, as well as animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, medical. Alright, that one's not working. Religion, stealth, and survival. Seriously, what the hell? Anyways, regardless, now we need to calculate his armor class, so we can tell how hard we have to hit him. And it's not pretty. Being armor class is generally plus 10 plus your dexterity modifier. This already brings his armor class to a whopping 17. Pretty good. But it gets even better when you realize that unarmored defense means he gets to add a plus 13 to his AC, making his total armor class a 30. Oh boy. Now to figure out how hard we have to hit him. What are his hit points? Well, they're pretty good. At a base of 13 Constitution modifier plus a D12, the lowest HP he can have is 25. 25 times 20 equals a whopping 500 HP. To make matters even worse, he has D10s for his hit points as well, which is essentially 23 times 20, which gives him a maximum of 96 hit points. Needless to say, this barbarian is going to be able to do damage before he even rages. Initiative is once again there plus 7, and being a barbarian, he does technically get 40 feet of movement, but it should probably be more. However, I'm not really given any more details of how fast he should move, so I'm just going to leave it at 40. That's still an 80-foot movement speed when dashing. And also don't forget, he of course has the 20d12 hit die plus 13, along with the 20d10 hit die. So even if your party does do a fair amount of damage, he can in fact just bolt from the party and go heal. It only takes an hour, so keep in mind. Alright, now to figure out how he's going to hit you, because he's not just going to punch you to death. No, he's gonna throw a battle axe at you. Yes, I said thrown. He essentially has a massive battle axe, which is also very similar to a weapon called a dwarven thrower. With a 27 to hit, I would say good luck not dying to this guy. His axe is not too dangerous though, only doing a 2d8 plus 15. So compared to most of the gods, he doesn't hit that much, but keep in mind that this axe can be thrown and has a range of 20 to 60 feet. And he can call it back, no problem whatsoever. He's not an Eldritch Knight, he just has this ability. And now to show off just how truly terrifying this god is. Now, he's a special case because while he is just a barbarian god, remember, I said that these gods' strength can vary based on what they are the god of, and he is the god of totem barbarians. Which means we are going to give him all of the totem barbarian abilities. 1 second. Oh my gosh, this text got so small, you guys. But yeah, these are all of his feats. He has all of the abilities of the tiger, the elk, the barbarian. Totems are insane. Most people generally mix and mash their totems regardless, but why mix and mash when you can be everything, I guess? Oh, and of course, this 30,000 gold is the maximum amount of a magic item he can make. So, unless it involves his portfolio, aka his totems, he can't make a magic item if it exceeds this amount of gold. Oh, and for his ranger subclass, I went with Beastmaster because he's almost never seen without his Sky Pony, which can also do some pretty hefty damage. But unfortunately I couldn't fit everything on here. But yeah, just know he's also got a Sky Pony that will attack for him, in case he doesn't feel like beating you up himself. Now let's go to spells. With his modifier being Wisdom, we can take a look at his spell save DC. His DC is a 27, because it needed to be. While his spell attack is a 19. Now, being a level 20 Barbarian and Ranger, he gets the majority amount of spells. 4 for first level, 3 for second level. I said 3. Don't worry. That was my fault. 3 for third level. 3 for fourth level. And finally, 2 for fifth level. There. And he, being a god, he has access to the entirety of the Ranger spell list. But he can technically know any spell, he just refuses to use primarily wizard magic. So don't be surprised if you see cleric or sorcerer spells in there as well. And with that, that is going to conclude this video. If you enjoy this kind of thing and want more, let me know what god you'd like me to see, and I'll see if I can get to them. Thank you very much, and have a good day.